Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle. Christian D. Larson. Welcome back to the Mind Your Business Mentor podcast, where we provide entrepreneurs with the personal development they need to succeed, building a life and not just a business. I'm Stephanie, your host and mentor, and in this episode, we will conclude this volume of the Building Confidence as an Entrepreneur, Overcoming Self Doubt. This would be part 3. As an entrepreneur, it can be easy to doubt yourself and your abilities, but with the right mindset and tools, you can build the confidence needed to overcome any obstacle in your path. Now, we left off with the strategies for building confidence as an entrepreneur. We previously went over overcoming fear of failure and embracing risk taking. And then we briefly started off with the power of positive affirmations and visualization techniques. Let's continue. Well, positive affirmations and visualization techniques can be powerful tools for entrepreneurs to enhance their confidence, productivity, and overall success. Affirmations are positive statements that individuals repeat to themselves in order to shift their mindset and cultivate positive beliefs. Visualization techniques involve creating a mental image of a desired outcome or goal and using that image to help manifest it into reality. Now, practicing positive affirmations and visualization techniques will boost your confidence, and then it will also enhance your productivity. Visualizing specific tasks or goals can help you, stay focused and motivated, and everything's an experiment. Everything we do is an experiment. Yes, there's someone created something and they can teach you how to use it and this, that. And sometimes you jump into an app or on some type of device and you kind of learn as you go. It's an experiment, and business is an experiment. Life is an experiment. We don't know what we're doing. We're just trying to take the information that we've gathered thus far and put it in some type of context that makes sense for the masses. But then you have those individuals who want to construct that situation all for themselves. They don't need your blueprint. They've got enough courage to create the blueprint themselves. And you have to have some productivity to do that. So we're gonna need to practice those affirmations and the visualization. But it also reduces stress and anxiety by focusing on the positive affirmations and visualizations. Entrepreneurs can reduce the stress, and that can improve their mental health and their well-being. Manifest your goals and your dreams by consistently visualizing these goals and these dreams, and align your actions and the decisions that you make with your desired outcome. You know what I mean? Like, do it on purpose. Mind your business. Mind your business. And then incorporate positive affirmations and visualization techniques in your daily routine. Can definitely help you do that. It'll create a list of positive affirmations that you feel like you really want to believe, that actually you probably really do believe, but you got so much BS on top of it. It seems like it's somebody else's idea and it's not yours. Nah, it was originally your idea. So write down a list of positive affirmations that you need to hear to make a shift. Set aside some time each day to do this. I like to do this stuff first thing in the morning. I have my me time. I wake up. I'm supposed to wake up at 4, but it's since I started this podcast, my schedule's all over the place. But wake up around 4, and it gives me a couple of hours in the beginning of the day when there's no one requiring my attention or phones, anything along those lines. But I get up and I do all these things that are non-negotiable. They're non-negotiable, meaning I can't go a day without doing these things. I'm minding my business in the sense that I am trying to feed myself every single day in some form or fashion across all 12 categories so that I can slowly build up the muscles that I need to break into the person that I know I already am, or to develop and design the person that I want to be. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, that's that. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I use scripts, because I get on a tangent. But overall, the power of positive affirmations and visualization techniques lies in their ability to shift an entrepreneur's mindset from one of self-doubt and negativity to one of positivity and possibility. As an entrepreneur, I understand the importance of confidence in achieving success. However, I also know that building and maintaining confidence can be a challenge, especially when you face setback after setback after setback, or failure, whatever name you want to put on it. I've experienced self doubt and fear of failure throughout my entrepreneurial journey. But I've also learned that with the right mindset and tools, I can overcome these obstacles and stuff that I run into that cause that self doubt. Confidence is essential to an entrepreneurial success. It allows us to take risks and make bold decisions and overcome obstacles that are in our path. We must learn to recognize and overcome self-doubt, to embrace risk taking, and to surround ourselves with positive and supportive people. By building confidence through mindset, mindfulness, and goal setting, and celebrating small wins, we can achieve our greatest potential and create a success that the success that we desire, that we dream about, that we deserve. And you know why you deserve it? Not because you're a good father, you're a good mom. Not not because you just kill it at the job. Not because you give to, charities, 3 times a year. Not because of those things, because you didn't give up, because you kept pushing until you figured it out. Now, please understand, and I know this is probably like not even a mic drop, like putting a weight on somebody's neck. You know what I mean? But what I'm getting ready to say. But a lot of businesses fail, even with the tenacity of the founder and the gumption to just stick to it until you cut the red ribbon and open up for business. They fail. It is my personal quest for myself as well as you, because I'm sharing this journey with you. I'm mentoring you, but I'm actually also mentoring myself. But to bring you the best information so that you don't put yourself in the position to fail. Those other businesses, when they say they fail within a time period and all that, there's reasons for all of that. So, in the journey of making up our mind, first and foremost, that we want to be an entrepreneur, and we're pushing through all of these obstacles that we run into: fear of failure, self doubt, lack of we haven't gotten to that yet, lack of financing. Um, yeah, there's a lot of subjects, but we're busting through each subject. And after busting through those subjects, then we get to shift gears and progress to the next level, that now we know we've been through the we've been raked over the coals. We have been burnt, we have been through the fire, and we come out on the other end and say, yes, yes, I still want to be an entrepreneur after all of that. Now we talk about what area of entrepreneurship you want to go in, and what problem, let's put it this way, what problem do you want to solve? Because that'll dictate what area you're going to go in. But what problem do you want to solve? And figuring out, how big of a business do you want? Do you, thinking about your exit strategy. How are you going to leave this business? Not leave it in the sense of relinquishing all of your rights and revenue and royalties over to somebody else, but you can walk away because the company's being ran by someone else, but you still get paid from it for the rest of your life, as long as the business is still in business. It's like there's certain things that you need to do in the beginning to solidify that type of foundation, and we're going to learn that together. We're going to learn it together. So we're going to go into that. So that goes into the guests that I would bringing people, tax experts, um, trusts, and legal entities, what type of business you should run and why, because of the IRS. You wanted to worry about the taxes, different life insurance policies that you can use, in a way that you become your own bank. Infinite banking, I'm sure you've heard of it. All these things that put you in a position. So, listening to the podcast, granted, I'm doing 5 of them. Although that's a lot of content, it's going to take some time to get to the bag. It depends on where you're at. You could have already started your business, but you're running into all these issues, and hopefully being subscribed to my podcast is pushing you to keep pushing you to believe in yourself and to take a deep breath and to regroup and go at it again. You know, don't give up. Hopefully that's the case. Or you could just be getting started. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting into it, and you happen to see, me on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube and tapped into, the podcast or whatnot. And you're like, okay, well, you're listening to me because you're figuring out from the very beginning. But I say that, all of that to say that we learn on a daily basis, and we can learn something today no matter what stage we are in our entrepreneurial journey. We can hear something that would benefit us. We might have to change some things. We might have to stop some things. We may have to cut some things out of our services, whatever it is. You keep making your adjustments. You keep tweaking it. You keep tweaking it until you create the life and the business that fulfills you. Take some time and reflect on your own level of confidence as an entrepreneur. Identify any areas of self-doubt or fear of failure that that may be holding you back. And then develop a plan to overcome them. Remember, confidence is a skill that can be learned and developed over time. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Mind Your Business Mentor podcast. Remember to stay confident, stay focused, and always mind your business.